Today I'm cooking up onion jam. So I actually harvested up a bunch of onions from the garden. We planted over 400 onion seeds into our garden, and I'm right now chopping them up to make some of them into a nice jam that we can eat at our house, as well as gift for some family. And I figured instead of just doing this alone and listening to a podcast or another YouTube, I would invite you into my kitchen while I do this and talk a little bit about what's going on right now in the US, the beautiful diarrhea parasite. Now, if you haven't heard about this, there is a new parasite that is hitting the US, and it's due to vegetables that haven't properly been cleaned, and it actually is due to human feces getting on vegetables. Disgusting. Things like lettuces, so if you have bagged lettuce or raspberries or any type of greens, it can really get on them, and it has created a parasite that is now going into a lot of people. And I think at this time there's over 2,000 people that have already had it. I have someone close to me that has it and is going on week 2 of this. They are ill, it comes and goes, and there's lots of diarrhea involved. So I think it's a really important time to be talking about the importance of growing and canning your own food, because things like this are not going to stop. Every year there's parasites. I got food poisoning when I was pregnant, actually, from a bag of salad, which is, bagged salads is like on the no-no list when you are pregnant because it can cause listeria, but it was early on in my pregnancy and I just didn't think that it was gonna happen. And since then, I'm terrified to eat salad bags, although I do love them. Now, I do actually make a lot of them at home. I try to grow a lot of our food, really clean the food that we get from the grocery store, because not only are there parasites on your vegetables and fruits, but there's also really harsh chemicals. So a very popular strawberry brand actually was found to be linked with cancer because of the chemicals that they spray on their fruits as well. So you really need to make sure that you're washing all of your food very well. I do 1/3 white vinegar to 2/3 water. I'll let it usually sit there for a couple of minutes and then I rinse, and you really want to make sure that it's super clean. Otherwise, your family could be getting a lot of these bad chemicals into their food, which would not be very fun at all for anyone. Okay, my last choppings of onion here. So like I said, I'm making some balsamic onion jam. I'm very, very excited. I think it's gonna be delicious. And a really great way to can up some onions, because onions can be pretty shelf stable for a pretty long time if you cure them correctly. But sometimes when you're getting your onions, some of them are just like not even curable. We had really bad flash flooding in New Jersey, and it caused a lot of things to just go a little awry when we should have been picking the crop. So long story short, I'm gonna be cooking a lot of these things. I'm gonna go ahead, take my onions here. Woof, there's a lot of onions. And it says, in a pot, combine onions, balsamic vinegar, maple syrup, salt, and 1 bay leaf. Cook over medium heat for 10 to 15 minutes until the onions are translucent. I also really love, I use caraway pots. These are non-toxic pots, and you really do need to think about what type of pots you're using in your kitchen to make sure that you're cooking and using non-toxic materials, because the last thing you want to do is be getting Teflon products into your foods. Now, there is a lot of more cost-effective ways. I've also used green pan before, which is the cheaper version, and you can also use stainless steel cookware, which is a really great way to cook in a non-toxic manner. But let me go ahead and get this, these other items here. Balsamic vinegar, cider vinegar, oh wait, no, apple juice, maple syrup. So for the recipe, I did 2 pounds of onions diced, 1/2 cup of balsamic. It says 1/2 cup of pure maple syrup. I love cooking with maple syrup as well as honey, because they are natural forms of sugar, or I will use organic sugar cane. I think it's really important, the ingredients that you use in your kitchen as well. So the reason I wanted to come in and just have a conversation is because a lot of times I think people want to garden, or they get into gardening because they want to save money on food. And yeah, gardening can save money on food. I think the initial cost of creating a garden, if you're using garden beds, can be a little bit expensive. But as you get gardening and the more you do it, you can come up with your own systems. You can create your own compost beds. You can do in-ground gardening. You can save seeds. You can collect water from rain barrel systems and have your own watering systems. But the initial cost of gardening can be high. So sometimes I think on Instagram too, people put like, this one pepper cost me $40. And you know, that's not really a lie the first year, because you're setting up things. Sometimes you have to set up fencing, and sometimes you need to pay a little bit more to get started. But I think what's important to think about with gardening is it's not necessarily always going to save you money from the beginning, but it is going to make sure that you're getting clean food. You know that whatever food you have that you are growing, you know what type of chemicals or not chemicals are going on it. You know what type of water, so you aren't using sewage water that could have human feces in it on your crops. You are not having random animal poop on your crops. And you're watching it grow. You know what is exactly interacting with your crop, and you know if there's chemicals, no chemicals, what's going into it. You know the whole life of your crop. And I think that is really important, and maybe more important than actually saving money on a cucumber. So yeah, you might not grow the prettiest of cucumbers. They might look abstract and different and not look wonderful when you're making your little recipe, but you know everything that's going into it. And sometimes it is disheartening to see exactly what happens to crops, to see that not every single one is going to be a perfect shade all the way through. But I think it teaches you and your family more about the life cycle of food. It gives you a deeper appreciation for the food and the farmers that we have. And it makes you understand that maybe it's worth getting organic fruits and vegetables. It could be worth the price for you as you're gardening at home and you realize that it's not that easy. And the more that you start gardening, the more you learn, the better you become. And as a lot of this technology is coming into place, it is getting rid of a lot of the foods. I know that a lot of places are doing manufactured meats, manufactured products. Things are growing in different atmospheres. Hydroponic gardening is not necessarily as nutritious as growing in the soil, because there's not as many nutrients that you're getting when you're growing some of those products. So I think it's just really important to know where your food comes from and know the whole cycle of it, so that you don't have a disease that causes diarrhea and then you need to get medicine for it and be reliant on the system. I think the more that you can learn, the more that you can grow, the more that you can your own food, although it is sometimes a lot harder to learn because, let's be frank, our parents didn't teach us this. Our grandparents didn't teach us this. We all have to teach and learn it for ourselves, and thank goodness for places like YouTube and the internet to let us Google and find recipes and practices and learn how to do these things, because they're the only way we're going to learn and continue to grow and continue to create better food. So I think that from this video, I really just wanted to talk a little bit about a disease that is affecting a lot of the United States right now, and the importance that it is to be getting your hands dirty in a garden. It is July right now as I'm talking about this, and although it seems like the summer is over, growing season is done, there is still few more successions of crops that you can be growing. You could be getting a greenhouse, you could be doing things inside of your house to grow herbs and to preserve fresh foods now. Hit up your local farmers markets and preserve some of their foods that you know is organic and safe and clean, and give them the money instead of these large organizations in grocery stores that are just getting us sick. If this is something that you find interesting, if you like just having a little chat, then definitely comment down below. I am always open to talk more and to share what's going on, and hopefully my onion balsamic jam goes well. I'll try to put in a clip at the end to show you exactly what it looks like. Stay tuned. I just wanted to share a report. This is my balsamic onion jam. I have 2 large canned items. It was so easy, something you can do. So if you want to make sure that you're living a life that is cleaner, has less chemicals, and you're not going to get explosive diarrhea for weeks long, then maybe you should start growing and canning your own food. Just a thought. You can also head to your own farmers markets and talk to local farmers that aren't using these crazy methods for farming and create better food. Help support your local farmer, shop local, grow your own. Bye.